It was a tough race. It was a tough race just because of some decisions you have to make along the way and the stress that things cause. Not having a great start for whatever reason. So we need to review, of course, some things. To be honest, a lot of yesterday and today as well, the right side of the grid seemed to be better starters than the left. For some reason, and this is what we learned from yesterday, and it was clear again today. So we need to understand why.
Disappointed because we've led, most at half of the race, and but on that last stint on the hard, something just didn't feel right with the car. Just had really little confidence, and the pace was not there. So of course it's a shame because I really believed in it, but today was the end. P2 is the maximum that we could have done.
Yeah, emotions are they're fine, to be honest. I come away from this weekend as a whole satisfied. It's been my best weekend for quite a while, and I'll take those positives. I think that first VSC towards the end sort of came at a tough point because it gave Lewis that opportunity to get a free pit stop. Kimi was really struggling on the hard tyre, and I was catching him just before he got overtaken by Lando. So at that point in the race, I was like, I think P2 is on the cards here. And then, of course, we split the strategies at the end, and P3 was probably a fair result.
Gave it absolutely everything today, and I tell you, it's so close at the top. Really, really hard battling. But, I moved forwards. I think qualifying needed to be a bit better, but Mercedes are gaining like 0.4 a second just on the straight, so that's really hard to capture everywhere else. It just shows we've got a really good car, and if we can somehow improve our power unit and get a bit closer to them, which I trust in the team that we're working as hard as they can to do so, hopefully we can be even closer and even more in the mix between those guys.
I think we've lacked a little bit of luck today. The virtual safety car wasn't really the best timing for us. If anything, it was the worst. But as I said, I think in racing, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky. Before the break, I had 2-3 races where luck seems to be by my side. And at one point, you get the other side of the coin, which today was a little bit the example of that. But the pace, I think, was strong. And I think eventually we are losing today's race because of the qualifying yesterday.
The pace just wasn't particularly good, unfortunately. So, it was a struggle from that point on. Just, really didn't have enough pace.
Were you surprised by that?
Yes.
And the pace that Lando kind of had?
Yes.
I mean, it was a pretty lonely race for me, honestly. Just struggled to match the guys in front today. So I think I knew after yesterday, we both obviously were behind them, and I feel like yesterday was not bad in quali. I feel like we got everything out of it. So I knew it'd be kind of a hard race, but I probably didn't expect it to be that hard. Like, we really struggled to match the front guys, but it's obviously stuff I can learn from. I'm sure I'll learn from it. I'll go and reflect and try and understand what I could have done better.
You avoided your teammate right at the early stages. That must have been a heart in your mouth moment.
It was, scary, sketchy. Even you're a passenger to some sort. Try to react as late as possible, and then just instinctively, chose the side. Obviously, was waiting to see if he's going to slide up or down. On a wet track, it's sketchy and difficult, but luckily we managed to avoid that.
I'm very happy for the team, as I think they nailed all the decisions today. The strategy was the right one, the starting tire was the right one. At the end, a couple of virtual safety cars, so we were debating if stopping or not. We decided not. So I think all the decisions they made, they were the correct ones today. So thanks to that mix, I think we are in the points. The car was performing well, very low tire deck today. So happy for the team. Hopefully we keep this momentum into the next few races, and big congratulations to everyone.
Bit of a frustrating race. Lost quite a lot of time in the middle of that race, and eventually ended up with a point. So lots to review. Some good stuff, some stuff to improve.
I did as much as I can, and I definitely enjoyed the race today. obviously it was a shame that I'm missing the points very closely. But yeah, overall it was pretty fun. Had overtaking. That's what I miss a lot. And yeah, thanks for the team to help me to get up to speed like this fast. And yeah, with unforgettable memories in 2026 so far.
I mean, in the end, Max lost it. Then he came across the track and there was debris everywhere. I couldn't really see anything. I just tried to avoid making contact with. I think I almost hit his tire. And then I was just holding my line and trying to just go straight to not have any incident or anything. And then I passed Pierre in turn 1. But I didn't see any flags or anything, so I think it was a bit of a shame. I also think the penalty is it's a bit harsh. I think we can all be honest. It took me out of the race, basically. It was quite extreme for such an incident, but fine, it is what it is. But yeah, it's just a shame because I think the pace was really good. The race, honestly, from after that onwards, I'm actually quite proud of. I think it's probably one of my best races in Formula One. From a pace point of view, I think my commitment in the overtakes, I tried to help the team where I could, which was, yeah, quite something.
I don't think the first lap is the issue today, but anyway, it doesn't help for sure. I just saw big smoke coming out. I think it was Max that crashed, and then I don't know, I maybe made a small reaction on the steering, but when I don't know, I just felt something, and then I also lost the car. I did a 360, came back. But yeah, the issues go a little bit further than that. I don't want to go too much into details because I don't know if I can say or whatever, but we just need to understand some stuff that happened today, and we move on. I had a few start problems today that almost made me not probably manage to run out of the grid box, but I appreciate the work of the team. They were really on it to make it happen and to fix everything. So yeah,
it was a very good start, one of the starts of the year. And yeah, then it was a pity. I think just very harsh penalty, compromised the whole of our race, and quite tricky, I think, to manage in those situations when there is a car, one piece of car everywhere flying around, and you have to make a decision. I was making my pass, and yellow flag coming out very late was clearly much more dangerous to slam on the brakes in the middle of the straight and on the water and on the banking. And
I was a lot happy with the car. I think we explored a lot the car this weekend, and I was certainly a lot happier. Certainly the conditions were a little bit different, but overall I was quite pleased with where we ended up with the car, and the pace was very strong, especially once we were out of traffic. We were strong.
Yeah, very difficult race. We've been scrubbing for P15, P16 all weekend, and yeah, it was the situation of the race put us with Alex on a fresher medium behind. I was struggling already a lot with my hard tires there towards the end of the race, and all of a sudden when I went to defend, a big bump in the braking into turn 1 surprised me. I triggered a massive front lock, and without wanting, obviously I took Alex with me, which is the last thing you want to do with a teammate. But yeah, honestly I was caught off guard with that big bump there on the braking and triggered a massive front lock that I couldn't recover later. So apologies for that, and we will move on as a team. I think it's just not the position we want to be.
I mean, we were with Fernando the whole race, and then he's finished P9, so I need to understand what's happened. But I know what went wrong. We pit too early on the first stop, and we came up behind a train of 7 cars. I think we were afraid that Fernando was going to undercut us, but in pitting too early, we basically spent the second stint stuck behind a train of cars. I think if we stayed out longer, we could have most probably overcut the group behind us. Because I really do think points were possible today, so yeah, frustrating.
I had a hydraulic issue, still looking more in detail, but yeah, it's quite a few DNFs now in a row, which is not ideal, but I'm sure again we can learn something from this weekend.
We rarely had any reliability issues this year. I don't think we had any, so far. So obviously it's the first one. I think it's been a PU issue that we need to look into, but yeah, it's both cars. So obviously we had two issues. I don't know if they are the same ones, but it was quite big. So we couldn't complete the race.
I think we saw 20-30 points lost in aero. So maybe from the start picked up some debris and stuff, and then big damage, and then it was just a really difficult race.
Yeah, we had a good start, good first lap, and then of course the red flag came out after that. The engine just turned off on the formation lap. We haven't had the car back, so we're not exactly sure what the cause was. However, from my side, I just felt total switch off, which is a shame. But honestly, it's been a really horrible weekend. It's not the weekend that we wanted to come back to, but we have some upgrades next week, and I really hope that they can hope that they can bring us performance.
I think I still hit the safer barrier, maybe potentially, but I think also a more frontal impact is actually a bit better than a sideways one. So from that sense, all okay.